Hi, this is Gordie Gillespie, baseball coach at St. Francis. It's my pleasure tonight to talk about catching. You know, catching really is the hub of the defense. When I think of catchers, I think of a Dick Butkus in football, the middle linebacker. You know, catchers to me are those kind of people. You know, they're dirty, they're sweating on a hot day, their uniform is soaked, they're all dirty from diving in a play at the plate, they're hustling, backing up first base, they're giving the signs, they're telling pitchers to get off the mound, or telling infielders to get down. They're just all over the place. They're showing their enthusiasm. They set the tone for the ball club. So this is the kind of sight that we like to put in our catchers, that they are the leaders. They're the heart of the defense. They're number one. I know the pitcher's listed as number one, but catchers are number one in my heart because we feel that they're in there every day and they set the tone for defense. So tonight we're going to have our catchers working with us. I'm going to have my partner, Tony Delgado. I'm going to call him out here now. Tony, why don't you come out here? Tony's going to be working on drills. My partner, Tony Delgado. And some of our catchers are with us tonight. Alex Fernandez. Alex, jump right out here. Why don't you get on this side of me, Alex? Jimmy Jensen. Okay, Mark Mikatinik, who's also a left fielder, third baseman. And Johnny Ernst, who's also a left fielder, third baseman, and a catcher. Tony's going to be putting the fellas through some drills. I'm going to be working with Jenny and Alex right now, going through the various parts of wearing the gear correctly, then going through the stances, and we're going to go through a sort of a walkthrough, and then Dell's going to take you through all our catcher's drill in just a few minutes. So guys, why don't we start with the two catchers behind home plate? We'll start out with the gear. All right, now we have a terrific responsibility in sport to make sure that all of our people are protected. All right, we talked about football before. You know, if you have a faulty helmet on a kid and he gets hurt, the company can get sued, you can get sued, and so on and so forth. Well, the same thing's true in catching, okay? This is our middle linebacker, okay? Now in catching, we got to start out with a helmet on. Now the big thing with a helmet, okay, is that if I swing and I backlash the bat and I come back on the top of the head, all right, the guy could be out for the season, could have a fractured skull. There's been a couple of catchers. I can remember Johnny Romano, who used to catch with the Chicago White Sox, got the bat in a night game in Chicago one night and lost the rest of the season because he received a fractured skull. Just recently, I was conducting a clinic out in the West Coast, and the kid was demonstrating for me, and I said, "Where's your helmet?" And he said, "Coach, I don't wear one. I just wear a soft cap." And I proceeded to ball him out because with the soft cap on, backlash, bam, he's hurt. All right, now we go with the mask. Again, we got the wings over the ears here. There's Joe Jenny's ready to fly right out there. We got the chin protector reaching down to protect the neck. Now, these are all well and good if proper mechanics are understood. If Alex turns his head when there's a ball in the dirt, this isn't going to do him any good at all. All right? These things here are only important if they know how to block the ball properly when it's in the dirt. They never turn their head. They drop their chin in low throws. Now, going to the chest protector. Alex is wearing his a little bit too low, I think, because right now he's got his clavicles exposed. I want the chest protector up and over. I would tighten up Alex's guards back here because when he kneels down, if the clavicle's exposed, now the ball could bounce or be foul tipped, and he could break the clavicle bone, the shoulder bone right here. So we want that chest protector up snug. All right, from the chest protector, we go down into the groin region, okay? And we suggest to our guys to wear a banana cup. That's the cup that comes underneath your testicles and protects the kids against the ball. It hits down and comes up. The foul ball, it hits the ground, comes up, and gets underneath the testicles. And boy, there's no more serious injury in sport than having a baseball caroom off the ground and get you underneath the testicles. Then on to the shin guards. Actually, I call them thigh guards. I like to have the shin guards up in here. Here, for God's sake, if we get them, bring them all the way up to here. But unfortunately, they just make them this high. It's important to get as much protection on your kids as you can. Again, right here, make sure that the flaps are correct. A lot of times this thing will break off. You see kids catching and they don't have a flap on their foot. Well, if the ball hits the foot, it's going to break it if you don't have this correctly protected with a flap on there. Again, have the kids really take care of the gear. The buckles, all right, stern sideways, the buckles here are on the outside. Why do we have the buckles on the outside? all right, because if we have the buckles on the inside and we're running, the buckles could catch together and we could trip. So it's very imperative that you teach your kids to put the buckles on the outside. Again, the high school coach, the college coaches know this, but for the little league coaches, for you coaches who are going to go out for the first time and do some structuring with children or girls now in softball that are wearing the guard, be sure that they understand how they're supposed to wear their gear. All right? So that's very important all the way up to there. The thighs, the protector, all right, the mask itself, and the head. Now the glove itself. We want good gloves, and the glove that are the way they're made today are the single break gloves. Okay, and I think these are excellent gloves because it enables us to protect the hand more. When I caught way back when, 40 years ago, we had the round glove. And a lot of us favor the round glove because it forced us to get behind the ball, all right? And we caught two-handed. But the bad part of the round glove, when you caught a guy that throws 90 plus, boy, your hand would swell up. You'd be soaking in hot water and Epsom salts and any other cure you could get so you could get ready to catch the following day. These gloves here enables the kids to be able to recept the ball up here in the pocket more, up in the webbing, all right? And I think that they're able to catch every day and not hurt their hand. So I do like the glove, single break glove, not the double break. The double break glove is too loose, too hingy, the ball gets buried in it. Even this glove here, the ball gets buried in it sometimes, but I think it's the advantages outweigh the disadvantages as far as the glove is concerned. Now I want these guys to be telling me about their gear all the time. I don't carry any catcher's gear. They carry their own. They're given a large football bag because they're the middle linebacker. That's Dick Butkus over here. This is the leader. So we give them the big bag, all right? And they take their gear. They have their uniform in there, their glove in there, their spikes in there, and they've got their catcher's gear. Now we want that catcher's gear wiped down and cleaned all the time. They got to go over their buckles. They got to go over their protector. If they've got something going wrong, they tell the coach. I don't tell them. If they need a new pad on their mask, they're told to keep their mask clean. You want to take your mask off, Chico? We want those guys wiping their mask clean with a disinfectant. If they don't, they could come up with a little impetigo or a skin infection and a kid going to high school, the worst thing he wants to do is break out in a rash when he's dating. Now, Alex, you don't have that problem there because you don't have a girlfriend, all right? All right, let's go into the sign-giving stance now. All right, the sign-giving stance, why don't you face a little bit more right on to our cameraman there. Now, when we get down in our stance, we get comfortable and we're worried about two things. Two things are the first base coach and the third base coach, that they're not swiping the signs. All right, so the left hand is protecting the vision of the third base coach looking down. The right knee is in a little bit so that the first base coach can't lean over and peek around and get the signs, okay? And then the signs are kept simple. We'll use a numbering system right now, 1, 2, 3, okay? Jenny's gonna, you guys signal a fastball right now to the camera. Here we go. 1, okay? Give me a curveball sign. Give me a changeup sign. All right, now give me pitch location, where you want the pitch, up, down, inside, outside. Give me a fastball, up and in. All right, to a right-hand hitter. Okay? All right, don't get into your next stance, but just give me another fastball, low and away. Fastball, low and away. All right? Give me a curveball, low and away for location. All right? All right, so not only are we signaling the type of pitch, but we're signaling location. Let's have location again. Just give me an eye. Just show the kids what location means. Sign, location. Sign, location. Just keep doing it. Sign, location. Sign, location. All right. Now, other signs that we use. Why don't you guys get up? When we have runners on first and third, that's critical situation because now we got to give a brace of signs. All right, number 1, with runners on first and third, we've got to treat the double steal. We have 3 signs, all right? The first sign that we say that we're going to use a normal first and third throw. In other words, throwing out to the shortstop or second baseman, return it into the catcher. If we want the throw to go out and come back, we rub our chest protector right through the heart. If we want to use a pitcher's cutoff with runners on first and third, if they're going to employ a double steal, we go to our mask. That signifies to the pitcher, we're going to hit you right in the face with the ball. You better catch it. The first one that I gave is when we're throwing the ball through. All right, we rub our heart. You got to have heart. Heart means to make the play out there, to get the throw back in here, tag play at home. The last one we use is a cutoff, all right, going directly to the second baseman in position or to the shortstop in position. All that the shortstop does, starts in a little shallow. If that guy breaks him first, he breaks right up to the infield grass. We look at third, we throw to the shortstop or to the second baseman. They've walked up, and they just fire the ball right back to home of that guy's going in from third. All right, if the second baseman, we want to throw out to the second baseman, right-hand hitter, we just tap our thigh right here. If we want to throw to the shortstop, we just rub our glove hand. All right, second baseman, let's throw out to the second baseman. Let's throw out to the shortstop. All right, now I'm going to yell out I'm going to yell out a sign, and you guys demonstrate that sign, and then we'll go into our pitch sign, all right? Now we got situation sign. First and third, double steal in order. All right, we want to throw through. What are you going to do? All right, that's the sign. Now they're going to give your pitch sign and location. Okay? Now get into your catcher stance. All right, fine. We'll cover the catcher stance in just a moment. All right, let's get back up. Let's use a pitcher's cutoff. You got a left-handed pitcher on the mound. He'd snap the ball out of the air and throw it over to third. All right, they're called for a pitcher's cutoff. Now they're going to get down and give the pitch sign. All right, there's the pitch sign. Now they get up and then their catcher stance and they're ready to play baseball. An awful lot of responsibility. Now we want to throw out to the second baseman with a right-handed hitter in the box. We're going to throw out to the second baseman and right back into home if that guy from third is breaking in. Let's do that side. All right, he rubs here. Second baseman knows that's where we're going to be our coverage. They've got the pitch sign, and now they're going to get in their catching stance. All right. Okay, let's talk about the catching stance, and that's where it all takes place. Now, one of the biggest faults that we have in a catcher stance is that we get the butt too low. Give me a demonstration of your butt being too low. Now, what's the problem with that? That's more comfortable if you have a raised butt. Now raise your butt up, guys. If you have a raised butt, that's not so comfortable. Okay, it feels a little bit uncomfortable. But being comfortable always isn't the best thing to do in sport. We want our guys to be a little uncomfortable with a raised butt. Let's sink down and have that low butt again. Now, the problem with the low butt is that if that guy's running and stealing second, we've got to get up first, one, and throw second, two. All right, so it's two movements, up and boom, rather than coming right out and firing right out of the chute, so to speak. So let's demonstrate a low butt coming up and throwing the second. Here we go. There he goes, boom, up, boom. So that takes a moment longer. Now let's get the butt being a little higher, throwing to second base, and let's show them the difference in coming right out of the chute. All right, we're about a little moment quicker because we're right up here and we're going right into our action. All right, now, we want our catchers to take a wide base, all right? We want the right foot slightly back. All right, we want the toe turned out just as though we were pitchers. Actually, we are pitchers. We're pitching that ball back to the pitcher. We're pitching it to first, we're pitching it to third, and we're pitching it to second. So these guys have gotten that foot in the throwing position. All right, so the right foot is here, the left foot is spread out, and we want a wide base. Now, the reason we want a wide base is that we want these guys to be able to reach from pillar to post, so to speak, from first to third. They've got a great amount of range, and all they want to do is work on rock and recepting the ball. Give me that wide base, get down low now. I'll show the people how much range you have by just moving around. Just make off your catches the balls inside and outside. So without even moving their feet, they've got coverage to 6 to 7 feet out here laterally. All right, reach as far as you can. Reach as far as you can to the outside. All right, so that's the reason we have the wide base. All right, and we want to feel comfortable with that, and we want to be able to sway from side to side. Now, the next thing we want is pitch reception. This is where these guys have got to be Michelangelo. They're artistes, okay? If they can butcher the pitch with hard hands out here, be all over the place. But we want these guys to have soft hands and soft elbows, okay? They're going to give a lot, all right? So we want to really work on being able to cup the ball and to keep the ball in the strike zone and don't make the pitch look bad. So let's start on the inside, Jenny, okay? Just show us a little range right around how you're going to have your glove. All right, Alex? Same way. Let's go to your inside. Just show us various pitches around it here, okay? Trying to keep the soft hands. Let's keep the high pitch now. High pitch up there. Keeping it in. A little bit higher here. Keeping that ball in. Just turning, meeting it, just turning it down softly. Meeting it, turning it, keeping it in the strike zone. Now, we don't want to go out of the strike zone and then pull it back in, because that's going to fool the umpire. We don't want to box the ball. We don't want to jab at the ball there and treat it harshly out there now a couple times. Just jab at the ball now and butcher the ball. All right, boom, stabbing at it. All right, outside pitch. Get over there. Just stabbing. We want to catch and cradle that thing. Let that umpire see it. We want that umpire back in here to be able to see that pitch. Have that good hands back here. Don't take that pitch away from me. Don't rock into your umpire. So you want to be able to treat each pitch softly like you're catching an egg. All right? Okay, so that's very important that we have a good wide base, that we're able to sway, go back and forth, to recept balls in the strike zone and keep them there. The thing that we don't want to do, and I'll reiterate, don't have the ball out of the strike zone and try to pull it back in. The umpire says, oh, trying to fool me, huh? So then any borderline pitch, maybe for the next 5 or 6 pitches, that's an automatic ball. Don't do that. Umpires get on the defenses, and he thinks you're trying to show him up. So you don't want to do that. All right, let's get back to that foot turned out in a 45-degree angle. Boy, that's important, because we don't believe in taking a crow hop. We want those kids to come right off of that back foot throwing to second base. So as they recept the ball, they come right up there throwing right off the back foot without taking the crow hop. We don't want the guys that take the throw hop. We want them to throw right off of that back foot. Get that thing up to that trigger position and let her go. All right, let's take a look at that back foot. Ready? Let her go now. I want you to go right through the throwing motion. All right, here we go. Ready to go, gang? Make off your here, and here comes the pitch. Bam! Up there throwing. All right, let's go again. Recept the ball, back foot turned out, recept, right up there throwing. Now, anticipation. We said that we're going to throw off our back foot, and that's important. It certainly is. But we want those catchers, as they see that ball right about out there, they should just get their action going towards the ball. Maybe that ball is out here a hair, all right? And they may just take a little shuffle step towards to start their body in action. All right, it's just like a walking lead in base running. We want to start towards that ball. That gets our body in action. That cuts down a second or two. So let's anticipate now. Get out there and meet that ball. Ready? Get out there. There they go. That was right out. They're still throwing off that back foot, and they're not shuffle stepping or crow hopping before. All right? Let's do that again. I don't want our catchers to catch it, then crow hop and throw. You're losing out there maybe 5 feet out in the diamond. That's very important that we don't do that. All right, here we go again. All right, now, throwing position. We don't, in throwing a baseball, the most important throw naturally is the long throw out there, 127, 3 3/8 inches. And that's a long way. That's just from here to here. Now I add 3 more feet, maybe a little bit longer. All right, that's a tough throw, and that's his hardest throw. We don't want to take the ball out like a bow and arrow. Some people teach a bow and arrow technique. Well, that's okay if you're throwing the ball at your feet. All right, now you got to reload. If I take it out here, now I got to reload again. I want to take the ball out loaded. I want to take the ball out loaded. I don't want to reload. That's 2. That's losing a count. A crow hop and then a reload, that's 6 feet out there for the base runner. We want to throw that guy out. We don't want him to be safe. So let's take it. I want you to demonstrate the bow and arrow technique, taking it out here and then reloading it. All right. Now do it the way we try to teach here at the College of St. Francis. All right. Now go through with your throw this time, right into the camera. All right. Okay. Again. All right. Let's hear that good hand speed. Now that wrist is stiff when they come out. It's right back here. We don't let that rip flop around. We don't want no floppy riffs out here. All right. Come on. That's not the way. Out, stiff wrist, bam. Out, stiff wrist, bam. All right. Let's go to work. Boom. All right. Again. All right. Now, if they're throwing to first base, all they do is set their sights over here. If they're throwing to third base, all they do, give me a throw to first base over there one time. All right, pick that guy off over there. Boom. All right. Let's see you throw to third base. Let's slide out behind me. I'll make off him and hit him. Both of you guys slide out, throw to third. Don't trip on that cord over there. You ready? Here you go. Here's the pitch. Boom. All right, come right out behind that guy. Again. Here we go. Good shuffle steps now. Ready? Throwing to third base. And again, same throw, bam, right up in there. All right. Now, the essence to blocking balls is very, very important. All right, we want to get these guys down in a good blocking position. Why don't you get a home plate right here? Again, now, the key is we do not catch the ball. The only thing we're thinking, we're going to catch it with our chest protector. We don't catch it with our glove. We catch the ball with our chest protector. Jenny, you work to your left. Alex worked to his right on blocks. Now, the key is, as they go down, all right, as they go down, that's why we're wearing these knee pads. We got catcher's knee pads on in the gym. These are actually wrestling knee pads so that we don't hurt the gym floor and we don't hurt our catcher's knees. All right, they're going to go down. They're going to get their chest protector back towards home, all right, and they're going to funnel the ball right back into home plate, and as they funnel it back into home, again, they're catching it off of their chest protector, bouncing it towards home, scrambling towards home, grabbing the ball, and they're coming up ready to throw. All right? Again, we're going down with our outside legs. They can do it either way. A lot of our kids get down in their outside. Some get down in their inside. All right? Some get down in their inside. Some get down in their outside. I think the way that we'd like to teach it is to get the outside leg up. Some fellas have a tough time doing that going to their left, all right? Blocking down in here, outside leg. Alex likes to get his right leg. He does it opposite, but then Alex is out of the city of Chicago and he gets confused a lot, all right? So, all right, Alex, let's go. Block, scramble, up, throwing. Here we go. Block. All right, Jenny, block, scramble, up, boom, get the ball. Let's go again. Same thing, guys. Ready? Block, scramble, up, throwing. Alex, you're like an Aunt Jemima pancake over there. Let's get after this thing. Come on. Get after this thing here. Block, scramble, ball, get up, throwing. Now, a lot of people like to work on blocks without the scramble. That's bad. Always add the scramble to the block. It's very, very important that we add that to the block. Okay? So make your block, scramble, get ready to come up throwing. Remember that base runners are taught ball in the dirt, ball block, race for second. So these guys in their drill are practicing to throw that guy out that has broken off of the low pitch that we blocked in the dirt. Okay? All right, now tagging the man out at home is our next fundamental. And boy, that is a terrific fundamental. Number one, these guys have got to get their knee, there's third baseline, they've got to get down. They want to give the runner half of the plate. You got your half, I got my half. I'm not going to block the whole plate. I can't block the whole plate. Illegally, I cannot block the plate without the ball. That's illegal, and that's an interference call. So you take your half, I'll take my half. As I catch the ball, I'm going to tag that man, bring the ball into the glove, swipe tag that man, be ready to come up throwing. All right? The big thing for injury's sake, and we'll work out here at Jenny, is that we don't want this knee to ever be facing, turn this and say for injury. If this knee's turned this way, all right, towards the inside of the diamond, if Jenny gets hit with force, that leg's going to buckle and he's going to be out for the season. So Jenny's got to get that shin guard straight down the line. He's got to get it up from home plate so the runner can't get in at the plate. He's given the runner the outside to slide in here, all right, and now if he gets his tag, he tags me out right in here, boom, and he comes right up ready to throw to the next base. All right, get in here, Alex, and you do the same thing. Once again, I'm sliding into here. Alex is giving me the outside to plate. He makes his play, bang, through and out. Now, the one thing that, come on up here, Jenny, you demonstrate now. We want to, when we catch the ball, get your ball in the glove. You got a ball in your back pocket. Now, we tag that guy. We want to have the ball inside of the glove, protecting the bare hand. Otherwise, he could get cleated up. So he wants to get a two-hand tag. All right, don't get cut, and don't let it get knocked out, and get it out of there right away, come up throwing. Don't spend all day. Don't prance around the guy. Do a war dance over the guy. Get it up, get it out, all right? Make your tag, boom, come up ready to go to the next base. Alex, jump right in here. Give me a tag, play at home. Don't get that leg buckled. Protect home plate. Boom. Now, it used to be that we told the catchers to throw their masks away when they're going to receive a throw at the plate. They can still do that. That's okay. You can take your mask, throw it, and make your reception. All right, but now we're giving them the option. if you want to keep the mask on and recept the ball and make your play. It's up to you how you want to make the play. If you want to toss it away, that's fine. If you want to keep it on, fine. But again, the key to preventing injury is to get that knee straight down the line. Now if you get hit hard, it'll go backwards, but it's not near as hard as if you got it sideways, and you're going to have all the cartilages torn out of there and ligaments damaged, and we just don't want that, and the kid's going to be out for the rest of the season. Again, give him half of the base. Here, you got half, we got half. But that's my tagging half. All right? And we won't have a lot of injuries at whole plate. All right, now we're going to the force play. Here's the whole play we're going to be working at right here. Now in the force play, we don't want to get nifty. All right, I don't want to be a guy that's a fancy first baseman over here. All I want to do is get my right foot, if I'm a right-handed catcher, as most everybody is, right foot on home, catch the ball, get out into the diamond. Now, crow hop. Finally get a chance to crow hop here. Now I crow hop and make my play. The reason I crow hop is so I don't hit the runner in the back with the ball. I'm getting inside, getting an inside target on the first baseman, and not throwing the ball into the path of the runner. Alex, demonstrate that first. Here's the throw, crow hop, throw. Jenny? All right, here's the throw, crow hop, throw. Alex, recept, crow hop, throw. All right, Jenny. One more time, Allie. All right, boom, boom, getting out of the path to the runner. All right, path to the runner. Okay, now we've covered that, and now the bunted ball. Now the bunted ball is a tough ball because we got these perfect bunts. We only got so much time to get these things in. All right, the ball along the third baseline. That's the ball that the only play in baseball where we're going to turn our back to the place we're going to throw it. So the bunted ball along the third baseline, what you teach your catchers is to get their head directly over the ball. My head is directly over the ball. My foot is alongside of it. Now I wheel without a crow hop and throw. That's the key. All right? Ball on the foul line. Head down over the ball. Wheel and throw. Don't crow hop because you're going to lose time. All right, let's demonstrate that play, Alex, if you can for me. All right, head right over the ball. Jenny? All right, wheel, throw, bang. All right, now the ball right in front of home, they're going to circle. The ball in front of home, they're going to circle. All right, they're coming out here, and now they've got to use that glove. I don't want to see a guy come out here barehanded. I don't want him reaching with the glove or the bare hand. He shovels the ball from the hand into the glove. Shovel it together. All righty. All right. All right, now, shovel it in there together. Shovel it in, shovel it in. Atta baby. All right, now the pass ball drill, or the wild pitch drill. That's a tough play. But again, this is the heart of the defense. This is Butkus. This is the middle linebacker. This is the tough guy. He's always sliding. He's blocking, scrambling for bunts, all right? Now he's got the pass ball or the wild pitch. That's the tough play because he's got to race to the ball. He's got to slide into the ball, all right? The reason he's sliding into the ball, so he gets he's sliding alongside the ball. He scoops the ball. Now he's got a perspective. He's right on line with that pitcher covering home, and he gives a good snap throw to the plate. If he goes back after the ball and tries to reach, if he reaches a lot of times, he'll throw that ball over the pitcher's head. So we want him to come along and slide into the ball. Jenny, just roll it a couple little steps behind. Go back there easy. Give him an idea what you're trying to do, and there, throw the ball to Alex. Okay, Alex, you do it to Jenny now. All right? All right. Slide alongside. Now he's making his play right there. All right, we'll be putting that to drill in a minute. Give me one more of those each, all right? Nice and easy. Slide alongside the ball. All right, now the ball that's over to the left is a harder ball because we got to circle that thing. Kick those bases out of the way over there, Jenny. And give me a short pass ball over there, Allie. Cover home there. Now he's got to circle the ball going to his left this way. That's not easy, going out there, getting the circle and coming back. Jenny, demonstrate that again for us, will you? All right, one more time, Allie, because I want the kids to see that play. That's a little bit difficult. You slide over there, and there comes the pitcher covering home. Now, if anything that's hard or embarrassing to a catcher is to have a foul ball get dropped by then, especially when we stagger a little bit, you know, before we get under that thing and we lose it in the sun, we fall backwards, the wind blows it, and we're laying on the ground, and these guys want to crawl in the barrel, all right? Now, a couple of simple rules, all right? And I know that you older coaches, you guys have heard this for years, but I think it bears repeating each year, especially to your young catchers, that if a ball is hit directly above home plate, it's got backspin on it. So the first thing that we were taught way back in '03, all right, is that we get backwards to the play. So I turn my back out into the playing field because the ball with this kind of spin is going to come back into me. So foul ball above home plate has this kind of reverse English on it. Okay, so the ball is going to be coming back into us, which is fine. Now we just back to the ball. So we're going to just have Jenny do that. Here's a ball hit right above home plate. All right, boom. He turns around, lets the ball come back in it. Let me toss it up there for you, Allie, right above home. Give you an idea. All right. That's a little bit idea. All right, we don't have the mask on because we don't want to throw it on the gym floor, but we want to get rid of the mask. So we put the hat on backwards, and let us throw we want to get our masks off. We want to get that away from our play, flip it off to the side so we don't trip on it. All right, I'll try to get it up high enough. Jenny, there you go, right above home plate. Throwing away his mask. What happened to your mask? I thought you were going to use your hat as mask off of there. What are we going to do with that guy, Del? That guy up above home plate. Get rid of that mask. There's the play right. Come on, Jenny. Get that thing right over there. There we go. Hey, we got rid of that mask over there. We'll be going through that in a little bit. All right. Now, we talked about tough plays. It seems like when we're talking about the catcher, everything's a tough play. The pop foul, pass ball, blocking home, don't hit the runner in the back. Holy cow. Every time you talk about the catcher, you're talking about a tough play. Now we got first and thirds in a double steal. Where do I throw it? This guy's running, this guy's waiting to come home. Now he's got to come up and he's got to read the third baseman. All right, let's get in here and get a demonstration. All right, what he's looking for, Jenny, you're going to start out with, or Alex? Alex is going to be in here. That runner's going over there, all right? Now Alex has got to come up. All right, he's getting into his throwing posture, and he's looking at the third baseman. If the third baseman throws up his hands, that means that the guy from third has gotten too far down the line, and he's going to gun the ball over there to third base, all right? So he gives a short throw hop and throws the third. If the third baseman doesn't have his hands up, then he's coming right up throwing to second base. But he's got to take a look. Now, here we are asking the catcher, take a look at third and throw a guy out at second. That ain't easy, and that's a tough play. And we spend a lot of time on that mechanics. So you go through the mechanics all by yourself, glance down there, see what we got, Alex. There's the ball, and now he crow hopped and he read that thing down in there. All right, let me get out of the way so people can see that situation. Fingers in. All right, that's great. Now, just a close action here of the throwing hand itself. And we want our catchers, when they throw, to get across the seams of that baseball. Now, we're using orange balls in our gym so we get better vision, all right? We like these orange balls. They're called Kenko balls, and we really like them. They're a good ball, all right? But the idea, we don't want to throw a split-fingered fastball to second base. We get our ball, and we get over the seams, and we try to keep our fingers as close together as we can. The other thing we want our catchers to do, when they're recepting balls, they are never allowed, in returning the ball to the pitcher, to drop to their knees and throw the ball back. All right, give me another demonstration of that. Pitcher throws the ball, Jenny recepts, drops to his knees, especially in the bullpen. They can get careless. They catch a couple of hundred pitches down there. We want our catchers getting up every time they return the ball. Get up and throw it back to the pitcher now. All right, now the reason for that is very, very important. That when we throw the ball back to the pitcher firmly, right back at his head, now when we got a guy running to second base, all we got to do is raise our sights maybe a foot and a half, and we've got a perfect throw to second base. So if I throw 100 balls back to the pitcher every day, and all I got to do is raise my sights 1 foot to get a good throw to second base, that's good habit. And habits make a catcher. That's why we do the same thing over and over again. We will not tolerate anything being done wrong. Let's go through the catching hand. You got a ball there, Alex? Show them the ball again with your fingers together. We don't want to centering the ball back there. All right, the importance of getting your fingers behind the ball. That's very, very important to get your fingers behind the ball. Turn it around the backside, Alex. Get it across the seams, get it behind the ball. All right, Jenny, again, reiterating how important it is that we never drop to our knees, we never sidearm the ball. We always come back and get to that trigger position, return the ball on any throw to the pitcher. All right? Recepting, up, ready to go. Recepting, up, ready to go. All right. Now, lastly, when it comes to drill, boy, we've had that catcher doing everything here. Oh, I don't know what else we can have you guys doing. All right, but there's one other thing that's very important. With nobody on base, all right, that guy hits the ball out here, and there's going to be a throw from an infielder going to first. These guys now have become backup men. They were covering home before, catching pop out. Now, if that ball gets away from the first baseman, they are the goalies, the goalkeepers of the dugout. They are told, don't follow the runner down. They go to the dugout and protect, all right? Don't let a ball go into the dugout because it's a ground rule says this. If the ball enters the dugout, everybody moves up a base. So let's say that there's a throw coming from the second baseman. I've hit the ball. Let's say that the wall over there is the dugout, and you go get over there, Jenny, and make your play, all right? Now he's backing up, and he gets in front of the dugout and makes his coverage. Again, he does not have a foot race with the runner going down that way. Same thing for you, Alex. Back up the, keep that ball from going in the dugout on the ground ball to second base. Here we go. All right. Now if the ball was hit to the shortstop, then they would get a little bit over that way and play the ricochet away from the first baseman. They have to run down there with this thought in mind, that the ball is going to get away from the first baseman, and it is going to come to the dugout. It may only happen once in a whole season, but at that time may be in the World Series. All right, the biggest game of the year, the conference championship, and they save that base, and that wins you a game. So they have to go down with that kind of intention. All right. Now, once again, we started here with the thought that these guys are the heart of the ball club. They are the leaders of the defense. They're the only guy in baseball where everybody's looking at them. Huh? All other 8 players are looking at them. All other 8 players are zeroed in on the catcher. Yeah, they're watching the hitter, but they're watching that catcher. That's why his leadership, all right, in the dugout, in the bullpen, and out here is so very important. Again, he's our middle linebacker, all right? And that's how he looks at the end of the day. He's soaking wet, he's dirty, all right? There could be blood coming out of one of the mashed fingers, all right? His pants are all muddy, all right? And then he's got to get up here and get 3 for 4 for us, right, guys? You sure are, every game this year. And they want to hit these guys, and they love it. And they got to be strong. For you young kids out there, you got to be strong legs, working with the weights, push-ups. All right, they got to have a tremendously strong legs because of the up and down, the wear and tear on the legs. They got to work on sprints. They got to work on running all the time. This has to be the best conditioned athlete and maybe the best athlete on the team. All right, we're going to be going into drills with Coach Tony Delgado.
Coach Gillespie and our catchers go through the explanations and all the demonstrations of all the different things in place that they have to be concerned with, that they have to improve on every day and work on their mechanics. All the different situations that can't come up in the game of baseball for a catcher. Now we feel that in about a 15 or 20 minute workout, no more than that, we can put our catchers through one heck of a workout by going through a number of drills that we put them through, especially when we get into our box drills. In just 15 or 20 minutes, we can put these catchers through one heck of a workout. And that's our goal, every day to put them through that workout. Now, the first thing we like to start off with is what we call knee catching and throwing. Now, very important, what we're looking for here in knee catching and throwing is the good trunk rotation. Get a good trunk rotation and getting that ball up in that proper position and then throwing. Okay, let's go, knee catch. Pop it. Rotate that trunk and pop that ball. Rotate that trunk, pop that ball. The important thing is the trunk rotation. Look at their arms get up in the position. Watch their arms get up in the position. Okay, knee catch. Pop that ball. Get it up in position in a hurry. Get it in position. Pop that ball. Okay, good. All right, now what we go from now, after knee catching and throwing, now we get them up on their feet. Now it's time to start throwing, playing catch like a catcher. We think this is very important. Too often, kids will come out, show us what too many catchers come out and how they play catch before a game. Here they are, look at Jenny and look at Mikatinik here playing catch. How many times have we seen this every day on a baseball field? Catchers playing catch like this. We think we're wasting a lot of time. Okay, let's get in our catching stance so much. Let's play catch like catchers now. Now this is before a game, we're just warming up. Our infielders are throwing, our outfielders are throwing, our catchers are throwing. Play catch like a catcher. High ball, get away. Play like a catcher. Come up, throw that man out. Play catch like a catcher. Okay, good, good. Why is that so important? The reason that is so important is because the biggest thing a catcher has to do, obviously, is after receiving the ball, is being able to throw runners out at second base. That's what separates an average catcher from a great catcher, is that ability. So every day we want our catchers always working on those mechanics that will be preparing them to throw runners out. So that's why we think even before a game when they're just warming up, it's important that they're working on those mechanics that will lead to throwing runners out at the bases. All right, now we go into what we call box drills. Let's get in our four corners. Okay, as you can see, as the camera's spanning here, we get our catchers into what we call a box. And we're going to go through a whole number of sequence of box drills. Okay, let's start off with throwing to first base, pickoffs at first base. Get it started. Run the horn. Get those throws down there. Hit those throws on the caps. Get those throws on the caps. That's it. Pop up throwing. All we're doing is working on those pickoffs to first base. We're picking that guy off first base. Okay, good. Now, what we do right from there, now we go to the pickoffs on third base. We just reverse it and go to the pickoffs at third base. Okay, let's pop that ball. Get that guy at third. Okay, good. The important thing here, if you notice, I don't know if the camera got Jimmy there. One time Jimmy would step out on an outside pitch. Next time it came to him, he would step behind and go to third base. He's working on the different pitches. He's not always going to get a pitch in the same spot all the time. So he's preparing himself in this drill for outside pitches, inside pitches going behind that hitter. Okay, after we go around to first, we go to third. Now we get that tough play. We got the double steal in order. We got the first and third situations that Coach talked about earlier. Okay, first and third, here we go. Pop that ball. That's way. That's way to pop that ball. Hey, get that tag down there. Here we go. A good pump fake. Pump that ball. Hey, scramble over there. Pump fake. That's the way you get that tag on. That's the way. Go. Hit up. Okay, good. Okay, now we go to first and third. Now it's time to start fielding bunts. All right out of our box drill, we'll go into fielding bunts. We'll cover those bunts. We always throw to first base here. but we'll cover the bunts that cover the whole inside of that field there, all the way from foul line almost to the other foul line. Okay, let's go to work. Fielding bunts. Throwing the first. Here we go. Pop out there. Explode out of there. It'll slip on the gym there. Get out of there now. That good footwork. That good footwork. There's our reverse pivot. Good, Jimmy. Get out of there, Mick. Circle that ball. That's it. Circle that ball, Johnny. That's it. Circle that ball, Jenny. We got to explode out of there. Explode out of there. Explode out of there. Okay, good. Okay, now, next thing we worked on. Now we've got that critical situation. Okay, we've got a drawn-in infield. Okay, we've got the bases loaded, one out. We're in a drawn-in infield, which means it's a tie game or we're behind. We can't let any more runs score. Now we get that hard smash to the infielder. Now we got to get that force out at home and double up that man at first base. Okay, here we go. Pop it. Force out. That's it. Force out. Here we go. Force out. Get that double play. Get that double play. Here you go, Jimmy. That's it, Nick. That's it. That's it. Good footwork now. Good footwork. Good footwork. There you go. Okay, good. Okay, now we've got the situation now where we got a throw coming from the outfield. Okay, we got a runner on second. Now we got to make the tag at home plate. But while that ball comes through, what happens? The base runner will hit the base hit. He's going to try to get to second base. So our catchers have got to make the tag, pop up off the ground, and fire a strike down at second base so we can end up with a double play out of this situation. Okay, let's go to work. Put that tag. Give him a second. Give him a two. That's it. We're working two balls here. That's it. Block that play. Throw him out at two. Go to two. That's it, Mick. That's the way to block that ball. Okay, good. Excellent. Excellent, fellas. Okay. Now we've got the great play, a catcher's play. What separates a great catcher from an average catcher? That catcher that can keep all those balls in front of them like Coach was talking about earlier. Now right out of our box drill here, we'll work on blocking the ball, scrambling up, coming up, making that throw, throwing that man out. Okay, here we go. One ball. One ball. Flip it out there yourself. Here we go. Block. Go down, block. Flip it out yourself. That's it. Here we go. I'm a little bit confused here. Let's go one ball. Okay, we got the batter to swing at a breaking pitch in the dirt. Okay, he swung at a breaking pitch for strike three. Now our catcher blocks the ball, scrambles, picks it up, throws the guy out at first base. There we go. Here it is. Throw him out at first. We got that batter. Here we go. Scramble on that ball. Get up off the ground. How quick can we get off the ground? How quick can we get off that ground and get that ball? Get off that ground and get that ball. Get off that ground and get that ball. Get off that ground and get that ball. Okay, good. Now, let's get two balls again. Let's go balls to the opposite corners again. Now, same situation here. Now we'll block it. We've got that runner on first base. We got the runner on first base who he sees the ball in the dirt. He sees the ball trickle away. Now he's going to try and take that second base. Our catchers have got to be able to pounce off that ground, block the ball, pounce off the ground, throw that guy out on that attempted steal. Okay, we're going straight across. Mick to Johnny, Alex to Jimmy. Block the ball, pounce off, throw him out at second. Put the attack. Here we go. That's it. Here we go. Block that ball. Get up off that ground. That's it, Jimmy. Block the ball. Get up off that ground. Give him that two. That's it, Jimmy. Okay, good. That's good. Excellent. Good. All right. Those are the sequence of drills that we will use in what we call our box drills. Now we'll always finish up with our sliding drill, the pass ball that Coach showed earlier, the pass ball, and then we'll always have a number of pop-ups. Okay, let's get 2-man-on-2. Mick, you be a pitcher. Okay, let's get all 4 guys in a row here. 4 guys right in here. Okay, come out here a little bit so we get the camera work. Okay, we'll come this way. This is the backstop back here. Turn yourself around so the camera can see what you're doing. Okay, roll your own ball out there. Here we go. Roll your own ball. Go get it. Slide and get it. Okay, now you go, Alex. Here we go. Here we go. Roll it back there. Slide and get it. Slide and get it. All right, we just get a rotation going. Here. Slide on that knee. Good throw now. Take that tack. Here we go. Punch on that ball. That's it, Mick. Head back a big puma. Get on that ball. Way to slide. Good.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That boy out, baby.
Explode on that ball, Johnny. Okay, good. That's good. Excellent. All right, now, the last thing we finish up is pop flies. Think about this, coaches. How often do you really get out there and hit your catcher's pop flies? Vitally important. What are you looking for? Windy days, when that ball is dancing, a knuckleball coming at him, that's when we got as catchers, we got to learn to catch those pop flies. The second thing we're looking for is that sunny day, the bright sun, where maybe that sun is right above and now they're looking into that sun. Okay, those are the days that we have to practice pop flies with our catcher. Okay, let's just throw to each other here. We'll throw to each other, pop flies. Okay, going through the mechanics that Coach talked about earlier. We want the catchers, we'll say it's a bright sunny day. Catchers so the camera can see and the coaches can see. Well, let's go, you can go one of 2 ways. We say either block the sun with the hand, the bare hand. Some players like to use the bare hand. They feel they can block it enough with that hand. They don't like to use the glove because they think it's too big. They feel like they can't get a good sighting of the ball. Other catchers feel very comfortable using the glove because it gives them a little bit more of a blocking effect. Okay, but we'll leave it up to the catchers what they want to do. But let's go through the mechanics. Show us blocking the sun, working on catching pop flies. Oh, we hit the girders up there. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, he turns back, turn his back on it. Good, he turned his back. Block that sun now. You got that bright sun up there. That bright sun. Block that sun. Okay, good. One thing here, one more comment here. If you notice, all of our catches were doing it. We want to catch the ball like an outfielder would catch the ball. We turn the glove so the thumb is underneath here. We don't want that ball to come here and hit that hard heel of the glove. So we're turning the glove. Every one of our catchers, when they went to catch it, they had turned the glove this way so the thumb is underneath. So we're not hitting the hard heel of the glove. Okay, these are the things that we put our catchers through every day. We think it's vitally important. One of the things that we have found in practice sessions and watching other teams practice sometimes, too often the catchers get ignored. They catch the pitchers in a bullpen and that's it. They catch the pitchers and they hit. They don't get that defensive work that is necessary to make them the great catchers that you got to have as the hub or the middle linebacker of your team. All night we've been talking about the catcher being that middle linebacker, being that guy down in the dirt, being that guy blocking balls, that really aggressive player. The thing we have to add in now to that middle linebacker is the intellect. Okay, he's got to be able to communicate. He's got to be able to think. Okay, he's that Mike Singletary out there now always thinking of what's going on. Okay, this is very important for our catcher because throughout the game there's a number of situations that he has to communicate as reminders to our infielders and our pitchers what to do. Our infielders and our pitchers are trained every day on ground balls, how to field ground balls, where to cover, the pitcher cover first base. But the catcher now is very important as a reminder, on a split-second reminder, to get those pitchers where they belong, to remind infielders to stay down in situations. We want to set up some of those situations now and let you hear our catcher, how he communicates to his infielders. Okay, first thing we've got is a ground ball in the infield.
Stay down, stay down.
Okay, what is he telling? He's telling that infielder, stay down. Now the infielder, every day he's thinking about staying down. But in the heat of battle, he might forget. So our catcher immediately yells out, here you go, Johnny, ground ball.
Stay down, stay down.
The common tendency for infielders is to pop up. So our catcher reminds them, here we go, Mick.
Stay down, Mick.
You don't want that ball going through. Okay, that's one of the things our catcher does. Stay down. Okay, Johnny, come in here and be a pitcher. Alex, you're first baseman now. Here we go. All right, now we got a situation. Our pitcher knows on any ball hit that way, he's supposed to go that way. He knows that. But sometimes, again, in the heat of battle, there will be a split-second hesitation. We can't afford that split-second hesitation. That runner will beat it out by that split second. So the catcher immediately reminds them, as soon as the ball is off the bat, the catcher's got something to communicate. Here we go.
1-1, Ernie, 1.
Hupsel in there again, Ernie. Here we go. Get over there.
1, Ernie, 1.
Get over there. Okay, good. Just a reminder. But think about how many times, coaches, you've seen that pitcher hesitate and then take off for first base, and then he's a half a step too late. Our catcher helps him get over there right now. All right, next situation. Give me a Nick and Tech. You play left field. You're a left fielder now. Give me over here. Alex, you're over here. You're third baseman, Alex. Okay, you're going to be our cutoff man coming home. Okay, now we've got a runner on. We've got a runner on first base. Runner on first base. We're going to get a base hit to the outfield. Okay, so we're going to have a throw coming to third base. Again, our catcher has to communicate to his infielder. In this case, he has to communicate to his pitcher. Very important. Get his pitcher where he belongs. Here comes our base hit.
Ernie, back 3-3.
Okay, Alex thought we were coming home. I'm sorry, Alex. I screwed you up there. We got a runner on first coming to third base. Throw's coming to third. Here we go. Base hit to left field.
Back 3, Ernie, 3.
Okay, what are we doing? All Jimmy is saying to the pitcher is, back up 3. Get over there. Get out of there. Get off the mound. He might just yell out, Ernie, get off the mound. That tells Ernie, hey, I got to go back up somewhere. Where's that throw? We can't let that ball get into the dugout. Jimmy helps us prevent that ball from getting into the dugout by alerting his pitcher immediately that he's got a job to do. Okay, other situations we have here. Now we got the lineup coming home. Now, Alex, we got the lineup coming home. We got a runner on second base. Vitally important, as we watch teams practice, as we watch game conditions, so often although sometimes we have to remind our own catchers, but many times we'll see catchers who, this will be their actions. 1 step left, move over, you're all right. In the heat of battle, is Alex going to hear all of that? He's worried about the throw, that guy's coming home. Now let's listen to Jenny get this guy lined up. All right, here we go. Base hit to left field, runner's coming home.
Ernie, home. 1 right, 1 right. Cut home.
You see how loud now. See how loud Jimmy was. He's screaming it out. Okay, everybody in the park's got to hear Jimmy, because Alex, in the heat of battle, has to recognize Jimmy's voice. He's got to know, what if somebody from the opposing team yells, cut? And Alex reacts to that. We can't have that, can we? He's got to recognize Jimmy's voice. So Jimmy's got to yell it out. So no, we don't get screwed up. All right, here we go. One more time.
Ernie up the mound. Alex, 1 right, 1 right. Right there. Cut home.
Okay. Cut home. Last thing we work on here is Jimmy and also our infielders. Okay, he's calling cut home there. Why did he call cut home? Because he saw the throw number 1 was either off target, or he saw the throw was dying as it was getting to the infielder. Now, our infielder shouldn't have to wait for Jimmy to make that call. But Jimmy, if he sees that ball is dying, Jimmy's mind is saying, hey, if our infielder will cut it and relay that ball in a hurry, we'll get it here quicker than if we let that dying quail bounce and roll into home plate. So that's why Jimmy then will call cut home on that situation. All right, we get the dying quail here. The dying quail. Here we go, Mac.
Back home. Alex, 1 right, 1 right. Right there. Cut 2.
Okay, here we go. One more time there. Hey, what did Jimmy say that time? He knew we didn't have a chance to get this guy at home. See, this is how smart. This is what we're saying, the intellect, the intelligence of this catcher. He's studying all this. He's watching the runner come up to third base. He's got to make an instant decision. Do we have a shot at this guy? Do we have a legitimate shot? If he says yes, we're going to let the ball come through or we're going to get a cut home. But if in that instant decision he says, no, we don't have a shot at him, then he's got to get a cut, and now he's got to immediately get his attention to the next runner, the guy who hit the ball. We're going to try and get him at second base if he decides to try for two. All right, let's go through that one more time. Second base. Here we go.
Right there, huh? One right there. Cut two.
Hey, get him out there, kid.
Okay. These are just some situations that we demand of our catcher, that he communicates to his infielders, to his pitchers, to remind them, to get them headed in the right direction, to keep that middle linebacker philosophy that we've got, that, hey, you're in charge. You've got everything in front of you. You be the boss out here. And that just means that we're going to complete a lot more plays than we would if the catcher wasn't communicating with his infielders. Phase of catching that we think is vitally important, and we see this violated so many times throughout baseball. Okay, and that's when we talk about catchers wearing their gear all the time. Think about how many times you've seen a catcher go down to the bullpen without his catcher's gear on. Okay, what's going to happen down there? You got a pitcher, you got a wild pitcher down there at bullpen, and the catcher doesn't have his gear on. Is that catcher going to be in there blocking balls? Is he going to be working at his game? We want our catchers working at their game all the time. The only one catcher can catch in a game. You might have three catchers. One of those other catchers is going to get their real practice situations in. They've got to make a game of it in the bullpen. Well, to make a game of it in the bullpen, they must have their catcher's gear on because that's their game practice that day. Okay, they've got to prepare themselves in the bullpen to be a great catcher on game day. So we're going to show here now two catchers. We're going to show two different situations. One catcher who went to the bullpen with his gear on, and another catcher who went with his gear off. Now we'll see how they handle situations, a wild pitcher. Okay, fellas, pitchers, you ready to go to work? Go to work. Okay, there's Jenny goes down and blocking. Look at what happened over to Alex. Now we got to wait for Alex to get his ball back because he didn't block the ball. His pitcher's got 3 pitches in already. Here goes Jimmy blocking the ball, scrambling after that ball. That's it, Jimmy. No gear. Look at that. He's blocking it off to the side over there. Look at Alex over there. Here's Jimmy working on his game. Watch Alex turn his head on this one over there. He'll turn his head. He doesn't want any part of that ball in the dirt. Here we go. Great. Okay, good. What have we found there? What has happened? Okay, it's obvious the difference in those two situations. Jimmy is making himself a better catcher. He's preparing himself for tomorrow's game. Okay, at our College of St. Francis here, one day one catcher catches, the next day the next catcher catches. We always rotate 2 catchers. Well, if Alex is catching the game today, what's Jimmy going to do? Sit on the bench and fall asleep? Hey, he's thinking, when can I work on my game? Hey, I can work on my game in the bullpen. He's got to feel good about going down to the bullpen and catching. He can't wait. He can't hope, I'm going to hide and hope to catch the coaches don't see me and they'll send somebody else down there to catch. He waits for the opportunity for a pitcher to warm up because he knows that's when he's going to prepare himself for a catcher. Okay, now, what does he do? We want him to run down to that bullpen. He's got to take pride. He's the leader. We've been talking all night here about how he's the leader. Well, if he walks down to the bullpen, what's to keep the shortstops from walking, the outfielders from walking, the pitcher to walk in from the dugout out to the mound? But if that catcher, who's our leader, if he's hustling down to that bullpen, he sets the stage for everybody else. He takes pride in what he's doing. He runs to the bullpen. He runs to the dugout. He's behind home plate. He gets that third strikeout, flips that ball to the umpire, and he sprints into the dugout. That's taking pride in what you're doing. There's some other things that we've incorporated in our program that we think is vitally important because of this philosophy that we're trying to convey to our catchers. Jimmy, show what happens when a player fouls the ball off. Okay, let's assimilate. Here's a foul ball. Okay, I'm the batter here. I foul it off. Okay. Hey, the foul ball, what do they do? What's he doing? He's asking the umpire for another ball. he goes down to his knees, he asks the umpire for another ball. Okay? That's the epitome of laziness. Our catchers can't be lazy. Remember, they're the leaders. What they do, everybody watches, everybody follows. Now what do? All right, now we get that foul ball. We get that foul ball. Here it goes, foul ball. Hey, he hustles back there. He hustles after that ball. He pops it back to that pitcher out there. Okay, let's not use the mask because we don't want him throwing it in the gym here. But we want him hustling after that ball. Let me get this ball out of here. Okay, he doesn't trot after that ball. It's a foul ball. Hustle back there and get that ball. He gets back there and he fires a bullet right back to that pitcher out there. One more time. Let's hustle back there and fire a bullet. Okay, what's he doing here? When he goes back number one, he's scrambling after the ball. But when he picks that ball up, he's throwing a guy out at second base. We're hoping the umpire isn't going to ask for the ball. A lot of times the umpires ask for the ball, they want to see if it's scratched. We hope the umpire doesn't ask for it. Because if the umpire asks for it, that's one less throw that we've made down to second base. And we want to make as many throws to second base as we can. All right, here we go. Foul ball. Get that ball. Throw the guy out at second base. He pops it out at the back to the pitcher. Okay, that's just another thing that we have put in. We will not allow our catchers to ask the umpire for another ball because, again, they're the leader of the pack. That's our philosophy here at the College of St. Francis in terms of catchers.
Right, bringing this catching presentation. We put Jenny through a lot of hard work as the rest of the catcher, and Tony, you did a great job with all the drills. The one thing we want to really emphasize is how good the catcher has to be with the pitcher. He's got to know every pitch of every pitcher. And that's a big thing. He's got to know what he can get over. You know, the fastball of this guy, the curveball, the changeup, when to use them. He's got to walk out to that mound, maybe ball a guy out if he's losing confidence. So Jim has got to do a psych job with his pitchers. He's got to know how to call a game. And we spend a lot of time together. Tony in the fall with the kids, me in the spring with the kids. We talk pitching, all right? And we say to the catchers, now, you've got to know the pitchers just as well as the pitching coach. Joe Heinsohn, our pitching coach, he's got to know them. I've got to know them. Dell's got to know them, but especially the catchers because they're in control of that ball game. So Jenny's got a ton of responsibilities. Besides all the mechanics, he's got to know what's going to make us go, what's going to make that pitcher going. Because catcher is the most important defensive position, but you know we're going to win or lose and how those pitchers pitch. So it is very, very important that Jenny has a good relationship with all of his pitchers, knows their strong points, and especially knows what's going on in between those ears. Because, you know, pitchers are temperamental kind of guys, aren't they, Jenny? And you got to get those guys going. And Jenny does a great job with each and every one of those pitchers. But we discuss this a lot. So coaches out there, you've got to have a good dialogue with your catchers as far as their relationships with the pitchers. Hey, we've had a great time here presenting this catching show. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as we've enjoyed bringing it to you.